What's up? It's Matt.
And Willow.
And we're watching Vinland Saga, episode 12, The Land on the Far Bank.
That's where they're going.
Maybe.
I actually have no idea where they're going.
Yeah.
They're going to meet up with the main army to deliver Canute to safety.
Yeah. For ransom.
For ransom. Yeah,
and they have,
for a price.
Yeah, Thorkell in pursuit.
Thorkell in pursuit. We had a crazy fire, and it was a wild time last episode.
Yeah. Thorfinn and Thorkell are continuing to foster their relationship.
Yeah, they are. One fight at a time.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, the Prince Canute. Why is he so fabulous?
That's true.
Maybe he'll speak this episode.
Oh, yeah, he took his helmet off.
Yeah. And they were like, L'Oreal.
Who this bitch? All right, let's find out what's going on here.
Who's Canute's stylist?
I don't know. Definitely not Ragnar.
No. I'm waiting for us to post the one before this and someone to be like, Ragnar's the best character. How could you?
We're not shitting on Ragnar's character.
No.
Well, we might have been.
He just, he just needs to put a helmet on.
Yeah.
His head is made for it.
That man's doing a little fishing.
Damn.
Oh. He ain't getting much.
He ain't getting much. Oh,
Got almost as many fish as he does teeth.
You can't put a horse on there. Normally he says son of his dad.
Yeah.
Alright, bro.
You don't know where he's going to.
I know. That was kind of weird.
Seems like Askeladd's got connections, maybe?
I know. The ear. I like that you finally got a name and it's the ear.
I think they might have said that before. They just called him ears at one point. But it's hard to know if that's his actual name or if they just are like making
Conan! Ear knows what's up.
Yeah, I like ear. Dang.
That's crazy. That's an insane talent.
Honestly, that's the most like supernatural thing I feel.
I know. I wonder, is that possible? Like, can people really do that?
I don't know. Is he blind? That's what I'm wondering.
He's like Daredevil?
That's what, yeah. But I think isn't that real that like, not to Daredevil level, but like your other senses are heightened a little bit more, shoot?
I feel like a little bit. I really don't actually know, but comment below if you know.
I mean, I don't know to this extent, but...
Yeah, but again, this might be played up a little bit. Similar level, but cool if it's not.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you can't cross the river.
Everybody's confused.
I know. Who's across the river? Like, we're in England right now. Who's even vibing? And like,
river.
What I'm wondering is like, is Askeladd's mom English? Because Lydia might be like an English name.
Yeah, and you brought up that he said the mom, which is a good catch.
Yeah, he always says like son of Olaf, I feel.
Yeah. Who's coming? Hey, it's Bjorn.
Okay. Oh.
That's interesting.
That is interesting. What's going on? How old is bro? Like 50s?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like between 50 or 60.
Oh.
Middle of the night.
Askeladd, what the fuck are we on about, dude? I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
I'd be like, Bjorn, what the hell's going on?
Bjorn's in the same boat we are right now.
I know. They're on the road, actually. They're not in a boat. Sorry.
It took me a minute to even register what you were talking about.
It ain't good that it's raining, but it was pretty before.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, we're pushing them too hard.
Oh.
Oh.
Dang, Thorkell's moving too.
He knows. What? What the fuck? It's two dudes. This is weird. What the hell? Askeladd's hidden backstory. Who are these homies?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
They got boats.
Who are they? Oh.
その船が連中を乗せて川を渡ったってわけだ。選手のとこにギョロッと。
Oh.
主演王の船じゃなさそうだな。まあ何にしろトルフィンたちの足跡をたどることはできなくなったな。
I like let's follow Thorfinn and not
Yeah.
follow Askeladd.
まさかセバン川の向こう岸を味方につけてるとはな。願えるも何もこの川の向こうはそもそも。
Oh, is it like the Irish?
ウェールズってんだ。
Oh, it's Wales. Just kidding. I don't fucking know anything about the way that place is laid
I
out.
don't either.
イングランドの西に位置する山岳地帯である。多数の小王国が割拠する状態が数百年続いていた。
Okay. Because Wales is part of like Britain now, so it's on the same landmass. I think it is. Sorry, people from Wales, tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I got no clue.
協力してくれただけでもよしとしなけりゃ。なら2隻でよい。詰めれば100人くらい。ダメです。わがまま言う子は置いていきますよ。
You could.
ウェールズの地を歩けというのか。
Canute. Oh, first words of Canute. He's a bird enjoyer.
Oh, we have Ragnar get up there. Come on.
Ragnar, grab that bird. Crazy first words from Canute. Thorfinn.
このものをクヌート殿下にお付けします。おお。
Thorfinn Canute bromance? Okay, I'm ready for this to be a thing. Gratianus. Okay. He seems intense.
How do you say that other part? Morgan? Did you see that?
Sure.
Yeah. I gotta figure out.
I think it's like the kingdom in Wales that they're in. Morgan's Wang? Morgan. Oh, dude, some of these like more Celtic names are crazy. If you ever look at like Old English or Celtic spelling, they all just look like that and there's W's everywhere and I don't know how to read them.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on
It's
there.
sick.
Morganwolk maybe or something.
Morgan.
Like that? Don't they say V's instead of W's sometimes?
Oh, Morgan.
Or is that something else?
Yeah. No, I think it's this. I don't know. We're gonna sound dumb. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
He's a little guy. That's fair.
Yeah.
Hey, that's honestly like very, very valid.
Yeah.
Canute, speak up. He ain't a hawk. Oh my god, Canute, you gotta use your words. Yeah, we ain't talking to you, Ragnar. Literally forgot he was here. I wouldn't
Just the
ask
straight
again.
barrel of beer is crazy too.
Yeah. Canute, you gotta boss up a little bit. You can be as fruity as you want, but just Ragnar, calm the fuck down. Oh, this does look rough,
Yeah,
I must say.
I'd like to go hiking through there. Oh, what's fun for that?
Yeah. True. Okay. Okay. What you gonna buy with the gold, though, dude?
I was thinking about that. What do they do with all this money they plunder? Because it seems like they don't spend money on anything. They just go and
I know.
pillage it again. So
Oh. Booze. Oh. Okay. Wait, what? Vikings don't know about love?
I guess not.
This is crazy. Oh, some of them are gonna get down with love, and some of them won't.
That's an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
Huh? The priest is actually talking about something.
Whoa. It's kind of a wild thing to say.
Yeah, and he's thinking about Thor's.
Yeah. Oh. That's in phase 0. Oh, are they gonna ambush? Uh-oh. That guy's got a bad haircut.
Yeah. You know he's a problem when he pulls up looking like that.
Breakinyog. Breakinyog. It's crazy that you can just say shit like that, and that's like true.
Yeah.
Canute. I really feel like Canute does kind of look like a lady. I don't know. Such a good job.
Yeah.
Oh, these fuckheads. This is Thorfinn's worst nightmare, is bros ambushing with bows.
Yeah, true. This is traumatizing.
I know.
What's he excited about?
I don't know, dude. Then we got this guy.
Yeah, King Swain.
Can't believe he gave birth to Canute. I mean, he didn't give birth. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
His genetics are in Canute. It was all Canute's fabulous mom. Oh, oh my god, Leaf. He got the Ragnar treatment. Oh shit.
He's not as bad as Ragnar. That was...
No, it's not as bad. I'm sorry, that was out of pocket. It is crazy to see how much time has passed, though.
Yeah.
It's not him.
He's still looking, though.
I know. This is crazy to see, like... We haven't even checked in with Leaf for a while. I kind of forgot.
Yeah.
Alright, this is building up to be some crazy shit. Oh, no. Oh, shit, dude. This is getting very epic. Oh, my God.
There we go. Yeah, this is middle of the season, so it makes sense they're showing everyone a little bit.
Oh, man.
All right. The crew has been ferried to Wales.
We're in Wales now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wasn't really thinking about that. Probably because I don't know anything about the geography.
Yeah, I can't tell you.
But that was cool. It definitely seems like Askeladd's mom is from Wales. That would be my guess.
Yeah, because he
has
said the
family
mom.
ties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they knew Askeladd when he pulled up, too.
Yes. So that's interesting. Half Wales, half. Are you Welsh if you're from Wales? I think you are.
Yeah, they said that.
Yeah, so half Welsh, half Norse.
It's crazy to me because like to me that's just a river, and it's like then they're like, oh yeah, that's another country over there, and it's like I don't know, that's crazy.
That is
Because they're
crazy.
just like they like the fact that they're marching with like no perception of like, oh, that's another country right next to us.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's wild.
It is wild. It is wild how things get. Honestly, like even but like now everything is so like, oh, now you're entering this place and but like I don't know, just like borders and countries and the way things get drawn up and then redrawn is crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, in this time, you're not gonna have any knowledge that you're.
Yeah,
in
there's
that
no
area.
sign that's
Yeah.
like entering Wales.
Yeah, or you're like, I could look at my phone right now and be like, okay, that's Wales right over there. That's
Yeah.
cool. Let's look across the river. But like, they could just be like, if I was in their position, I probably too.
You just think
also
that
would be
that's
like,
also
oh yeah,
England.
that's more England
Yeah.
over there.
No, I agree. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was also looking at this is a random detail that
Yeah.
I was thinking about. Askeladd at the fire had his map out, and there's like, let me go back to it real quick. I'm just wondering how like detailed they had maps of, like,
Yeah. Oh no, I think I might have seen it briefly.
yeah. See how it's got like those symbols and stuff in the rivers, but there's not like
There's not a lot in between. Like
yeah.
Like
I'm wondering how
detailed a map is.
yeah, like is I don't know if this is accurate up to like what type of stuff they
that's
had.
really interesting.
Because that makes it even harder. Because like if I'm going off that, I'm lost.
Yeah, there ain't no trees on there.
Yeah, like the rivers are
I mean,
really
I guess
like the
other
major
maps don't
things.
always have, but yeah, that's crazy.
They have been following the water. I feel like almost the whole time.
I guess
like,
that is true. I
which
didn't
would make
fully think
sense.
about that, but yeah, interesting stuff there. I think it was interesting that Askeladd kind of hid this from the men. Maybe something that he's not really like wanting to. I feel like in Viking culture, like we haven't gone through it specifically, but like with so much like we're the Norse and we are killing the English. Like I don't know. I feel like to be like I'm half Welsh. Like it must
kills
sort
the
of lose you
vibe.
some cred
Yeah,
with your boys.
probably.
Yeah, but that's interesting. So it seems like no one really knows that about him.
Yeah.
But cool that they got allies. Not cool that they're getting ambushed. Canute spoke for the first time, and he said, "Go get me that hawk."
Yeah, which is a crazy first request.
This is crazy. I don't know how I feel about Canute. He's so funny. He's his baby. He's
true.
just a girl.
And then Ragnar is the protector.
And Ragnar, dude. I get that Ragnar cares about Canute, and I do think that's sweet, but Ragnar bugs shit.
Yeah.
But now we got Thorfinn on the case. Thorfinn's going to protect Canute, and they're going to become besties.
He never agreed to it.
I think they're going to become
I guess the
besties.
dual party did.
Yeah, just like Canute never agreed to the treaty with Wales, which I'm sure will not be a problem later.
Yeah. I just think it's funny too when Askeladd's like, yo, Thorfinn, go protect him. And he's like, don't tell me what to do. And he's like, yeah, don't worry, Thorfinn's got your back. It's like, that's if I was in Canute or Ragnar, I'd be like, what?
He sort of agreed by being like, you're going to reward me, right? Like,
but that was at the end of like at the start of the conversation. He was like,
it took a while to get there.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And then he was like, say hello. And Thorfinn just walked over and didn't say anything.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
I know, that was funny. If anything, he gave him the.
Yeah. And then Canute did a little hide behind Ragnar.
I know. That was funny. And then I feel like, but yeah, we did get more like characterization from Canute, like not really paying attention to the vibe, not caring about politics, being a little shy boy.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting, the priest talking about love and sort of spreading, like, I guess I didn't realize that like talking about love as part of Christianity would be like a contentious and interesting point.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that makes sense because of like the warrior culture. Like, where does that fall into place?
Yeah, like women are loot basically.
Yeah,
and like not that you can't like also love your bros, but like
they wouldn't.
There's like companionship.
Yeah,
and there's like home, and like I think that's interesting. I feel like this is way back, and this doesn't have to be anime specific, obviously either. This is a language thing, but like. There's a part in JJK season 1, which we didn't upload on the channel, but where Mahito and Junpei have a conversation about the words for love in the sewers.
Yeah.
And I like saying that because it's another anime reference, but also just like different languages have different words for love, and like Japanese I think has different words for like love and affection and things than we do in English. And so I don't know. I think that's like I don't know the most about that kind of linguistic stuff, but it always is so interesting to me. And so it's cool to think about like they might not even like it doesn't mean that they can't feel love towards each other as like an emotion,
Yeah.
but they don't think about
They
it
don't
as
have
like
the
a
perception of
concept.
it.
Yeah. And that does like, I don't know, if you like start learning about love as a concept, that could make you Christian. Like maybe Canute knows about love.
That might have done it, you know.
That might have done it, but that's super interesting. I'm excited to see if maybe that causes like a rift in the men later, or like I don't know.
Yeah, I really like the conversations about religion and
Yeah.
yeah.
The one with Thorkell's people was interesting too. Like
yeah, I feel like this is similar. Like, and
Yes.
I felt like that wasn't even like a massive part of the episode, but they keep sprinkling it in that like it's a reoccurring thing throughout the show.
Yeah.
And it also makes sense. It's like, I love that they cover just like, what are we going to talk about when we're marching for 12 hours or whatever? I don't know.
Yeah, I liked that we were checking in on those guys a couple times. That was like a cool way to get the vibe. We got a lot of ear lore.
Yeah, this is a big episode. For
big episode for the ear. Shout out the ear. And honestly, otherwise, like I don't know that I have that much else. Like there was interesting stuff going on this episode. It was a little slower.
Yeah.
But then we got the big like mid-season like shit's about to go down.
Yeah.
Leaf's around. We got the ambush. We got Thorkell. We got like it just looks sick.
How do you think Leaf's gonna play in all this?
I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm wondering if maybe Leaf is like in the town that they're going to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or like I don't know. Because we just haven't seen him in a while. Like, I don't even know if he's going to come in soon, if that's why we're seeing him, or if...
Yeah, that might just be showing that he is out
He's still out
searching.
there. Yeah, but super interesting.
But they wouldn't show that if he's not going to come back in at some point.
The other thing is that, like, if we return Canute and then the war ends, Canute might go back to Norway? Denmark, like I said. But Canute might go back to Denmark. And, like, if Thorfinn like saves his life next episode, Thorfinn and Askeladd might go, you know, and then maybe Leaf, because I feel like Leaf was saying he goes to like Norway and Denmark is more what I was getting at. I think he was talking about Norway.
Yeah,
someone was talking about Norway.
I'm pretty sure that's where he was initially going until the Vikings showed up to get Thor's. I think he was going to get wine and stuff.
Yeah. And I could have sworn that like Thor's got summoned to Normandy rather than Denmark, but maybe I'm just wrong. It was probably Denmark because Floki was there.
Yeah.
Comment below.
I don't know. I don't think they summoned Thor's to like a specific.
Or they just said go fight, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it might have been that's where he was gonna drop off all the boys, maybe.
All
the other crew, and then he was gonna pick up new people.
Yes, that's what was going to happen. Leaf was going to shop. They were going to drop off the unseasoned boys. He was going to get some real Vikings, and then they were going to go fight in the war.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think the Yams Vikings had any like that. He wasn't summoned to Normandy. He was just going there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I was going to say something. Oh, what do you have any thoughts on Askeladd's little like talk about Canute potentially being a king and thinking of Thor's or anything? That was
super interesting. I don't know what to make of that, because also they were talking about like this. I know we went back to look at the map, but like they also talked about Canute, Bjorn, and Askeladd did, where they were like, he doesn't see, that's not the face of a king. Like it almost seems like Askeladd. Maybe this is too much of a stretch. It almost seems like maybe Askeladd wants Thorfinn to be king. Because, like, in his mind, he's like, Thor's... Because when he was like, Thor's, you should be our leader.
Yeah.
Like, even though he's a criminal, he's like, this guy's got it. And I feel like that ties back to Askeladd's, like, I know a man when I see his face kind of a thing. And so, like, he saw Thor's and was like, he's a fucking real one. But, like, maybe he sees that Thorfinn's a real one and is trying to get him to move past revenge to be like a leader.
Yeah,
I hadn't really thought about that till now. Like maybe that's projecting too much onto Thorfinn specifically.
I think not like you. I don't think he wants Thorfinn to be like a king. I think he wants Thorfinn to be like Thor's and knows he has like because he's Thor's son. But like I don't know. It's added some more layers to Askeladd.
I know. And
he talked about how he's been traveling with criminals for 40 years, and I don't know.
I know. It feels like when he flashes to Thor's and when he talks about Canute not being built for being a king, like it seems like he wants someone else to be king rather than Canute. But I don't know. And like I don't know how that's going to play into everything.
Yeah.
Or like yeah, I just don't know. I honestly don't know. But it's very interesting, like the intrigue and the Askeladd's just such an interesting character. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
He's the goat.
He's the goat, except he killed Thor's.
He's the goat of writing.
That's true. He is one of the coolest characters.
That's the one that I was thinking about when I brought up at the start of the show, like as elite not fantasy, fictional characters.
Yeah.
Askeladd is like, honestly, if you're like who's the best written fictional character, Askeladd's the first one that comes to mind.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I do think he's really, really good. And all of the characters in the show have been really good so far. Like,
yeah. I mean, I think Vinland Saga is just really well written in general, but I think Askeladd, just like the amount of complexity that he offers as a character. He
gains more and more depth every episode, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
So, excited to see more.
Yeah.
Seems like we're going to have a banger next episode, like some crazy action and maybe seeing some more stuff. So, hype for that.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll find out. We got to protect little baby Canute so he can get a hawk.
Yeah. He's going to catch a little bird.
That's great. How's Ragnar going to catch that bird? That's the last thing I have to say.
Maybe Ragnar's got a ups. He can jump.
He's got a strong
he can jump.
Throwing arm.
Yeah. True. Maybe.
But I feel like he wanted it alive.
Maybe. I don't know.
How would you catch a bird?
Or it's the type of thing where he does that all the time, and Ragnar's like, yeah, whatever, Canute, catch this fucking bird.
Maybe later.
He'll Canute, what do you think about politics? Be like, Ragnar, get the bird, and I'll be like, okay, whatever.
All right,
I'm gonna
Canute,
answer
let's
the question.
get you to bed.
Yeah. You never know.
Oh, jeez. All right. We'll see what happens with all that.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Peace out.